Good evening, my inpatients. Hi, how are you doing? How are things going with you? I hope you all are having a nice evening. And obviously, I'm going back into my solitary fantasy land. I could have stayed at the art class, um, but I'm going back to my solitary fantasy land. Um, well, my question for you is: was I tortured by my stepfather? Did my stepfather dislike and torture me? I'm told, did he dislike me? Probably. You didn't have a good relationship with your stepfather. But was he bullying me, making me walk on eggshells, putting me in fight or flight mode for nefarious reasons? Or did he have no nefarious intentions? Even if my stepfather was intentionally bullying me, the key is to get a life. I'm told, I think your stepfather was probably a dickhead, but I wouldn't say you were tortured. Fair enough, he showed me no love, was incredibly mean, but it's not like I was a prisoner of war getting beaten with bamboo sticks. I chose to be home all day long with my mother and stepfather in solitary Joanne Greenberg Fantasyland for years. You know, it was my choice. He did not torture me. So it's important to keep that in mind. My stepfather didn't torture me. Was he a dickhead? Was he incredibly mean? Yeah. Was he trying to bully me? Probably. But I wasn't tortured. Tortured's a pretty hardcore word. You know. Somebody says nobody was a monster who was torturing you, just real everyday people. I asked, did anyone have good intentions? Somebody says, I believe everyone in your family and circle of friends had good intentions. I said, that's great. I guess I was loved then. And I'm told, I don't believe anyone to be malicious to you intentionally. They say, Andrew, you are loved. Look at how your family takes care of you, big dog. Right now, I'm eating fish and vegetables, I mean, I wasn't tortured. So toggle the switch to off, They weren't trying to give me cancer. My mother doesn't want me to have cancer. My stepfather doesn't want me to have cancer. It's a nutritious dinner. I ask, are they telling me the truth? I want them to stop with the ideas of reference and tell me the truth to my face. But they are. It's delusions. It's delusions. None of the delusions are real. They feel real, but they aren't. So just calm down. I went to the art class, and it was okay. I mean, I got out, I socialized a little bit, but then it started getting loud and rambunctious. I'm like, all right, I'm out of here. I don't like the loud, rambunctious energy. I kind of I wanted to get out of there. You ever see? No, just some high energy people entered the room, and the room got really crowded, and it was overwhelming to me. And you ever see the video for the Men at Work song "Be Good Johnny"? I just like to be alone in my head, dreaming where no one is screaming. So you see chaos all around me. Everybody's screaming, shouting, and I'm just like alone in my head, lost in my own little world, you know. I just want to be alone where nobody is screaming, you know, in my little fantasy world. I only like dreaming where no one is screaming. It's just like, yeah, I mean, it gets overwhelming when a lot of stimulation and chaos goes on, you know. It gets overwhelming to me. I want to be in a low-key environment with one or two good friends away from the screaming, you know. I think it kind of comes from my home environment. My mother and stepfather were always screaming. They were always yelling, and I just like to sit in my room, you know, hiding from the chaos outside my bedroom, you know, in my little fantasy world, you know. And that's kind of where I am everywhere. If people start getting too loud, if people start getting too obnoxious, I have to leave, or it gets too overwhelming, you know. My mother and stepfather are just loud, obnoxious. They're both just, you know, chaotic to be around. And I would just hide in my bedroom all day. Um, so he says, do you think that's when you first started entering a delusional fantasy land? Well, I know from 2005 when I graduated high school, when I was 18 years old, I was running in a solitary daydream land in a way. I was, you know, metaphorically and literally running from my home environment. So, I mean, that's like a fantasy land where I'm inward in my own thoughts. I mean, I didn't express it on the internet, but that's like an inner world too, right? That's like an inner world too. Somebody asked me, "Were you upset when your mother and father got divorced?" I think so. I always wanted them to get back together, and I always wanted my stepfather to go away. Um, but that just wasn't going to happen, you know. Uh, Dale, my stepfather's been in my life since 1999. So I feel cold, sad, and empty, and I'm longing. I know they say just go somewhere, do something, you know. So he says, "You're fine, big dog. Everything's okay. Everything is okay. You're not a prisoner of war. You're not in jail. You're not in the psychiatric hospital. Um, Do you feel cold and lonely? Yeah. Do you feel unloved? Yeah. Are you nostalgic for the past? Yeah. But we all have these kind of emotions sometimes. You know? I'm longing for romance, intimacy, love. And I'll find it. I'll find it. Just keep on keeping on, you know? My soulmate and twin flame is out there. Tiger says it's not about how you start, it's about how you finish. Finish strong and hard. Fair enough, Tiger. Fair enough. You ever feel like you just want to go into like a middle of a crowded, I don't know, library and start screaming like ah, because you just want to be loved, you want intimacy, you want somebody to hug you, you're just looking for, you know, love, empathy, romance, and you're just coming unglued. You're like, somebody fucking love me, and you want to go into like a crowded library and just start screaming, somebody fucking love me, please. You know what I mean? But yeah, obviously the librarians would look down on that. They would frown on that, obviously, and you would get taken away in an ambulance and probably go to the hospital. But yeah, I'm not going to really do that. Obviously, it's just like you just want somebody to fucking love you. It feels like nobody fucking loves you, you know, and you just want to go to a fucking crowded movie theater and scream, somebody fucking love me. You just want to go into like a fucking, you know? You just want to go into like a crowded church and just start screaming, somebody fucking love me. Can somebody fucking love me, please? But, you know, you get taken away in an ambulance if you do that. They'll say you're having an emotional breakdown. Can somebody just chat and cuddle with me, please? Can somebody fucking love me? Can somebody show me some fucking warmth, please? But I mean, somebody will fucking, they'll say you're insane. Tiger says, catch it, check it, change it. You know, it's not so bad. You could be in jail, the psychiatric hospital. You could be someplace much worse. So that's why Monday go to the pros program. Start off hot on Monday. Continue to do your art class and NAMI. Get some other classes too. Go to some clubs. Go to shows. You're going to be meeting people. And when you talk, you'll be able to discuss all the things you're doing. Yeah, just make my life happen, you know? But, you know, I need to realize I am loved, you know? Um, you know, I am loved, and, you know, it's not going to happen overnight. You know, it's going to get better. It's going to get better. Just go out there and keep trying. Just go out there and keep trying, guys. I mean, that's all I can do, you know? You know, it's not so bad. I'll meet friends, but I have to get out there. Do you think at any point my parents ever had nefarious intentions? Or do you think they always wanted the best for me? Tiger says, no, I don't think your parents ever had nefarious intentions. All right, fair enough, Tiger. Somebody Tiger is asking if your parents, you know, tortured you a tick or something. I don't know. I feel like I've lived through a lot of pain and suffering, and I feel like my parents weren't empathetic enough, and I feel like they might have even been sadistic. You know, but maybe I'm just cold, sad, and lonely, and I'm feeling the constraints of my life, and I'm blaming my parents by bringing charges of perversity, and maybe I need to just get out there and find love, you know. Somebody asks, what made that pop into your head? Did my parents torture me? I was thinking from 2005 to 2011 when I was running. I was thinking, you know, sitting in the Joanne Greenberg land from, you know, 2016 to 2019. And again now, like, I guess what can my parents do? You know, I have to make my life happen, you know? I'm just thinking they really should have. They were cold towards me. They were nasty towards me. They could be dickheads sometimes, and I sat in solitude around nasty, cold people. You know, it feels like I was tortured. You know, it feels like I was tortured. It feels like they were nefarious. You know, but maybe they weren't. Maybe it was just fucking hell on earth. Somebody says you can go out wherever. You have a car. Your parents aren't holding you prisoner here at gunpoint. They want you to get out and live life, you know? You can walk wherever. I can go to a bar right now. I'm choosing to sit in solitary Joanne Greenberg land. I'm choosing this. It's not my stepfather, beating me with bamboo sticks like a prisoner of war. It's me sitting in here. My chains are internal, they're not maternal. Just get up and walk to a bar. Walk out that door right now. I'm not being held in here at gunpoint. In fact, they probably want me to get the fuck away. No one, my chains are internal, not maternal. I'm holding myself in here. Somebody, do I have anxiety? Do I have agoraphobia? Yeah. Do I get overstimulated and overwhelmed in social situations? Yeah. Somebody says, my chains are in, like, the way my mind works is the problem, you know? Like, I'm anxious. I'm literally afraid to walk out of my apartment because I'm afraid of getting assaulted by criminals. If I go to New York City, for example, I'm just afraid of the world. I'm just scared of the world. And I get overstimulated. I'm afraid. I'm anxious. And I just sit in solitude. And I think that comes from getting bullied in middle and high school. The bullies took sadistic pleasure in frightening me. And, I'm just so fucking scared of the world that I just sit in solitude in a really miserable environment. I am my own worst enemy, though, because that took place 20 years ago. It's my responsibility to make my life happen. Yeah, I was sadistically and persistently bullied in middle and high school. Like all the other kids would take sadistic pleasure in my suffering. I was really, really brutally and excruciatingly bullied. I was like badly bullied. I know a lot of people get bullied at least once in their life, but the bullying I went through was really bad. Um, and obviously that made me phobic of the world. But you can't let bullies have a hold over you at 37 years old, regardless of how bad it was. Fair enough. Fair enough. You gotta make a recovery, make your life happen. And somebody says, in a way, I mean, I said I didn't really think about the bullies anymore. I mean, at least, but I'm told I do think about them, or at least I'm traumatized by them because I'm afraid of the world, and I'm always afraid of people, laughing at me and ridiculing me, and so it really does affect me present day. But it just make a fucking recovery. They had an impact on my worldview. Just get the fuck out there and just live life. I feel like I have PTSD. I feel like I'm traumatized. I feel like a self-conscious defective freak. But like they say, you're handsome, Andrew. You know, don't feel self-conscious. Everything's okay. It's not that bad. Um, you know, I might look handsome, but I feel like a freak. You got to get out there. Maybe you'll find a woman at a mental health recovery group who feels like a freak, who's really beautiful, and maybe we'll find true love, and we'll both cry about the pain we lived through and live happily ever after. you know I mean, I don't want to die sitting in solitude. Like I don't want to spend like 5 more years in solitude than just fucking die. I want to find love. I got to get out there. I got to get out there and live my life. Like I said, I feel like I'm having I feel like I want to just go into like a crowded church or a crowded library where everybody's quiet and just scream, "Somebody fucking love me! Somebody get fucking intimate with me! Somebody be there for me! Somebody give me a hug!" But you can't do that because you're taken away in an ambulance. I'm not literally. That's just how I feel. I'm not going to literally do that. Obviously, I'm not going to go to a fucking crowded library and start screaming, "Somebody fucking love me," because you fucking look like a lunatic and you get taken to the psychiatric hospital. Somebody says, if you start getting out there now, in a year from now, you'll be doing fine going out. Yes, just keep going out as much as possible. Get off social media. Make progress. Make your life happen. Tiger, is it really old delusions, man? Is it really old delusions? I gotta let the energy go. I gotta let the energy go. So he says, yes, it's really old delusions, Andrew. It's really old delusions. Man, I just want fucking love, I want somebody to fucking love me, man. I want some warmth and fucking love. I'm cold, sad, lost, and empty. Tiger says, that's okay, Andrew. That's what you're working towards. You're working towards having a life. Thank you, Tiger. Thank you for being here for me. Thank you for being here for me, my buddy. Thank you. I appreciate you, Tiger. I'm appreciative of Tiger. You're a good friend, and maybe someday we can meet in real life, Tiger. We could play No Mercy, the wrestling video game with you and Rusty. We could get some pizza. We could hang out. It'd be nice, So you got to start bowling or something. Find some clubs to go to. Go out there, make your life happen. Just make your fucking life happen. It's all good. It's all good. So just whatever you're interested in, if there's an event around you, go get it. Yeah, Tiger. I don't know. I mean, should I just go up, just sleep by my dad's tonight? Should I just call my dad and say, "You want me to come up there and just sleep by him?" I'm not going to get a good night's sleep up there, but It's an idea. I don't know what that would accomplish, if anything. In fact, I'm kind of tired. Maybe it's probably not a good idea. I'm just looking for somebody to fucking comfort me, you know? Yeah, I'm gonna see him tomorrow. I'm gonna see him tomorrow. We're gonna go to a shoe store. We're gonna get my foot measured, and I'm gonna get a good pair of running sneakers. Then we'll get lunch afterwards. So I'm seeing my father tomorrow. Hopefully, we have a nice day together. Um, yeah, I don't have to see him tonight. Maybe just take it easy tonight. I take it easy every fucking night, but take it easy tonight. Thank you for being here, Tiger. Tiger, are you lonely too? Are you lonely too, Tiger? Tiger says do something. Go somewhere. Where can I go, Tiger? Where can I go? Tiger says he's not really lonely. He's just being here to support me. Yeah, I'm just looking for some love, you know. I'm looking for some happiness. Just go anywhere, do anything, you know. It could always be worse, you know, guys. It could always be worse, you know. It could always be worse. It's not so bad. Tiger says exactly, Andrew. Exactly, Andrew. Are you sick with schizoaffective disorder? Yeah. Could your parents be a little bit more loving and, you know, yeah. You know, was your life pretty bad? Yeah. But, you know, Tiger says you're going to be okay, big dog. Thank you, Tiger. Thank you. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Just get out there and live my life now. Come back with determination and live my life now. Thank you, Tiger. Tiger says, that's right. That's right. Live my life now. There's no time like the present. Yes, Tiger. Somebody says you should get into hiking when it warms up. Yeah, that's a great idea. It's a great idea. Maybe I'll just get out there. I'll just get out there. Oh, yeah. Somebody says I know. I'm thinking about just going up to my father's because I'm just fucking lonely and I'm looking for fucking somebody to comfort me. I'm just looking for fucking somebody to love and comfort me. And the only one I can think of is my fucking father. But so he says, go up to your dad's and watch a movie or something. I mean, that's an idea. That's really an idea. Because quite frankly, I'm just fucking cold, lonely. Yeah. So he says, call up your father. Yeah, I mean, like, see what's going on. Maybe watch like I was doing in fucking 2011. Maybe watch like Two and a Half Men, Seinfeld, Family Guy. Watch some shitty shit. I want ideally romance, a girlfriend or something. But well, my father is still. I mean, just fucking. I'm gonna see him for sneakers tomorrow. It's getting late. Maybe just go to bed now. But I'm just looking for somebody to fucking comfort me. I'm feeling cold, sad, empty. I'm looking for somebody to fucking comfort me, and my mother and stepfather just, quite frankly, aren't going to do that. I'm going to see him tomorrow. We're going to get sneakers. We're going to get lunch. But in a way, I just want to. I just want somebody to fucking comfort me. I'm just fucking empty and sad and cold. Can somebody just fucking comfort me? And nobody is, holding me, in this solitude land. I'm doing it to myself, you know. Hey, how you doing, Toss fan? Or I don't even know what to call you. How you doing, dude? Yeah, that's a weird name. How you doing, Toss fan? It's Toss G Defan. So Toss G Defan is doing well. Somebody asks what this stream is about. It's about somebody who's lonely, sad, cold, and empty, having a mental breakdown. That's what it's about. Somebody just who wants to be fucking loved and empathized with. Somebody who wants some comfort. Somebody who wants some intimacy and romance. Somebody's like, yo. Somebody says you're not having a mental breakdown because you're catching, checking, changing it. But you are very cold, sad, and lonely, and you need some interpersonal relationships. But don't say you're having a mental breakdown because you're not. A Tiger says, I think the Copenfy is actually working for you. I think it's making me a bit depressed, though. But yeah, I think it is working. I think it's making me sad, though. I think that's an interesting observation because it really appears to be working, which is good, but it's also making me very depressed. I mean, it's working on the psychosis. Oh, I almost knocked the plate over. Good thing I caught it. So he says it'll probably take some time for your body to even out. So he says maybe your dad has some. Maybe you have some cousins. Does your dad have a brother or sister? Maybe there's children your age. You could talk and meet together. Yeah, is anybody out there? Is there anybody out there who wants to be my friend and comfort me? Is there anybody out there who wants to love me, man? ideally in the Long Island, New York area, or maybe New York City. I mean, I could go back to the Fountain House. But anybody out there? But yeah, I guess there are people out there, you know. Just you got to go out there and meet them. Somebody said they dated. Tiger says he dated a girl whose parents were cousins. Would you ever consider something like that? A Tiger. I mean, I'm pretty lonely and I'm pretty non-judgmental and I'm pretty sad, cold, and empty. So you know, if somebody genuinely loves me and is like my best friend, I'm just looking for fucking love. But that's kind of weird, you know. You don't want people to be biologically related and you know, it could cause birth defects too. But I'm pretty fucking non-judgmental and accepting, and you know, I'll be like, I'll think to myself, yeah, it's a little fucking strange, but you know what? I'll be friends with you, you know. You know, I'm not gonna like. I'll be like, I'll think to myself, yeah, it's a little weird, but I'll be friends with you. I'll give you the time of day, and if you're nice to me, I'll be nice to you. Yeah, so somebody says, "Yeah, I mean, just keep your options open." Yeah, I mean, maybe you could date somebody who's, you know, what is it called when somebody, you know, somebody's parents are related, inbred, or maybe I'll date an inbred. Whatever. I'm just looking for fucking love. I'm looking for a partner who just loves me. You know, I'm just looking for love and comfort, and you know, maybe I'll date an inbred woman. I'm gonna date an inbred. I'm gonna date an inbred. You know, Toss GD fan says this stream is better than old Geometry Dash streams. Thank you, dude. Yeah, I'm just kind of like ranting into the camera like it's a therapy session. So if you like it, good. You know, Tiger's like my therapist, or at least attempts to be, and you know, I'm just ranting into the camera. You know, somebody says, Andrew, you should sing us a song. Yeah. You know, is screw my social worker, screw Dr. Copland. We should just pay Tiger to give me psychiatric advice. I once said that about Man Crush Ed. I was going to a psychologist many years ago, and I felt like Man Crush Ed was giving me, you know, and I'm like, yeah, we should just pay Man Crush Ed to give me therapy sessions. But yeah, I mean, even if somebody's intentions are good, even if somebody, you know, means well, and you know, you gotta talk to a trained medical professional, you know, because somebody could unintentionally give you bad advice. They're not sworn to secrecy, and so on. You know, there's a lot of problems with paying Man Crush Ed to give you therapy. You know, but I appreciate people who have good intentions and are trying to advise you to the best of their ability. You're just talking to a guy on the internet like Tiger or Man Crush Ed. I mean, I realize the intentions are good. The intentions aren't nefarious. But also talk to trained medical professionals for the obvious reasons. I mean, Tiger, I mean, I think is a good dude. He's a guy on the internet. He's given good advice, and I'm appreciative. I'm appreciative. But also make sure you talk to social workers and talk to Dr. Copland and take your medication, because they're trained medical professionals. I know Tiger's just a guy on the internet. I'm not saying you have any nefarious intent, Tiger, and I'm really appreciative of your friendship and your help and everything you're doing. I'm appreciative of it. I mean, Tiger's like, I'm just a little man on your computer. I appreciate that, Tiger. I appreciate all you're doing and saying and the advice you're giving. I appreciate it. You know what I mean? But also, talk to medical professionals is also a good idea. It's also a good idea to talk to trained medical professionals. Tiger says, I appreciate that you appreciate it, big dog. Thank you, Tiger. Thank you. Thank you, Tiger. And a lot of people get into relationships where their girlfriend is like their therapist, and they have friends that are like their therapists, but it's important to have a real therapist too. Somebody says we can catch the delusions and release them back into the stream. It's good to have a real therapist too. You feel me, dog? You feel me, big dog? Oh, 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 oh. When do I see my social worker next? I think I'm seeing her next. I see her once a week. I'm seeing her next Wednesday. And I see my psychiatrist at the end of the month. I'll tell him that I've been taking the COVID-5 and it's been helping. I mean, everybody's observing that it's helping. Somebody says, you got to tell Dr. Copland about the sadness. That's a fair point. Maybe I'll tell Dr. Copland about the sadness. Maybe he can prescribe some sort of, mood stabilizing medication or antidepressant. Good call, Tiger. Because we don't want me to be in throbbing depression, nostalgic for the past. Tiger's not a doctor. I'm not saying you are, Tiger. I mean, I realize you're advising and you have good intentions and you're advising to the best of your ability. But, just have good intentions and, try to just be my friend. Lots of people have friends that are like their therapists, Lots of people are in friendships and relationships like that. But also, keep in mind they're not trained medical professionals too, But I'm not saying your intentions are bad. Tiger says, I think you have a lot of built up emotions from the years of delusions ruling your life. Somebody says, now that the delusions are under control with the COVID-5, your emotions are popping up. Fair point, Tiger. Fair point. I got the delusions under control, and that's a good thing. They're getting better. They're getting better. Somebody says, you rarely mention Lady Gaga these days. Actually, interestingly enough, I was at the art class today, and they were talking about a lot of, I'd say, they were talking about a lot of pop stars and like Taylor Swift, Lady Gaga, Sabrina Carpenter. I think they mentioned Britney Spears too. And it was triggering, that they were bullying me through their artwork. It was triggering, that I was referenced in their artwork. But I need to realize it's ideas of reference delusions. None of these pop stars have known of me for the past 20 years. Catch it, check it, change it. I was an unknown. It was an idea of reference delusion. Taylor Swift doesn't have a fucking clue who I am. Lady Gaga doesn't have a clue who I am. And they haven't known of me for 20 years. And they weren't bullying me through their artwork and social media content and so on. They just don't, I'm just not even on their fucking radar, and that's okay. Toggle the switch to off. They don't know me. It's ideas of reference delusions. And somebody says, you're okay, big dog. You're okay. It's all okay. It's all okay. So it says, we got 8 inpatients watching. So it says, this stream is going to go viral. Yeah, man. We're rocking and rolling here. We're rocking and rolling. Before we know it, we're going to go viral. We're going to rock and roll. So I'm getting headaches, but try not to get hypochondriasis that I have brain cancer. Try not to catastrophize that I'm dying. Maybe it's just a migraine. Maybe the COVID fire is causing headaches. I had some coffee today. Maybe the coffee is causing headaches. Try not to jump to brain cancer. I mean, I guess it's possible. Most likely. I mean, I had an MRI a year or two ago. Most likely, it's just a migraine. Also, Tiger says he woke up with a headache. It just happens sometimes. Yeah, I had some coffee. It could just be a migraine. Yeah. Make sure you drink enough water. Fair enough. Drink water. Don't catastrophize. I'm dying. Also, yeah, interestingly enough, and I talked about this with my social worker, when I went to her office, I got some wet shit on my pants. I'm not really sure what it was. Obviously, I catastrophized that it was semen or blood, but she took a look at it and said, this looks like water, but it wasn't water. It was something a little different than water. Maybe it was hand sanitizer. I don't know. And it stained the pants a little bit. And I was getting contamination fears. I was afraid of an STD or HIV. I have no idea what the fuck I got on my pants. It was all over my pants too, and it wasn't water. But most likely it wasn't semen or blood. Just catch it and don't get contamination fears. just catch it, and most likely nobody's. It wasn't water. It was something. I don't know where it came from, but most likely nobody's jerking off at the you know social worker's office. Most likely nobody's bleeding all over the chair. It's just who the fuck knows what it was, but it wasn't water, whatever it was. But most likely it was nothing serious. And even let's say hypothetically speaking, it was blood or semen. Hypothetically speaking, I'm just saying hypothetical. The chance that it's an HIV infected person jerking off right on the chair right before I get there, it'd be like winning the unlucky lottery. I mean, is it possible? I guess, but it's very improbable. Tiger says, you're actually getting toxic plastics and chemicals in your blood from the water you drink and the food you eat. Yeah, plastic outgasses into the water bottles. That's 100% true, Tiger. What are you gonna do? Somebody says you're not going to get infected from something being on your clothes anyway. You need to take, you know, yeah, yeah. I mean, fair enough, Tiger. Tiger. Yeah, I mean, try not to worry. Try not to worry. The same was true when I was in the hospital. All around me, I just saw like contaminants and yeah, just that's why I hate the hospital. I get like contamination fears in there. But yeah, let's not go back to the fucking hospital. La 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 la. There's this big dog's bark. Oh, 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 oh. All right. All right, Tiger. Tosh GD fan. What do you mean you're crashing, Tosh GD fan? What are you talking about? Yeah, I mean, yeah, I've done about an hour here. I did an hour. I could go for a walk around the neighborhood, keep myself nice and skinny, but then again, it's fucking cold out there. Let's see what the temperature is. It's chilly. It's chilly, chilly, chilly. Yeah, it's 29 degrees in Massapequa. Yeah, I don't think I'm going for a walk. Yeah, fuck that. No. I'm just gonna stay inside. I'm not in Mother Russia. I'm not in Mother Russia. I'm not going for a walk in this weather. Maybe when the sun's up, but not right now. I'm not in Mother Russia. It's too cold. It's too cold, yeah. La 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 la. All right. All right, guys. I don't know. I mean, we got Big Tiger in the house. I mean, any last things to talk about, or do you want to wrap this up, guys? I'm willing to go for a little bit longer, but if you guys want to wrap this up, I guess we can. Tiger, what's your evening like? What do you got? What do you got on the agenda? What do you got planned? Tiger's gonna make some dinner in a bit. Awesome, Tiger. What are you making for dinner? Maybe pizza. Oh, awesome, Tiger. Awesome. Some pizza's pretty good, Tiger. Pizza's pretty good. Hell yeah, hell yeah. I've been trying to eat earlier. I guess it's good to eat not before bed. I'm trying to eat earlier now because I think, frankly, I got to wait 2 hours after I eat to take my Cobenphi. So I'm probably going to take it around like 7:50. So yeah, I try to eat early because I want to take my I mean, because yeah, it's important. It's important to eat to take the Cobenphi on an empty stomach. So as I get to bed early, maybe I'll try staying up a little later and sleeping in a little more. It's probably a good idea. I get up like at like 5:30 a.m. and go to sleep at like 8 p.m. It's just why I don't know why that's my schedule, but I guess the early bird catches the worm. Maybe I'm more of a morning person. I'm usually chipper, happy in the morning, but in the evening I get depressed. Is that true for everybody? I know I was talking to some people in the hospital, and I was telling them how in the evening I get really fucking sad, really depressed being in there. But in the mornings, I'm happy, chipper, ready to go. And some guy said, I'm actually really depressed in the morning. And in the evening, I'm happy and I want to socialize with everyone. I'm like, okay, fair enough. I guess you're an evening person. I'm like really happy in the morning. I'm having like the time of my life in the morning. And by the time the evening rolls around, I'm depressed. So I guess it depends on the individual, right? Yeah, some people are night owls and they have the time of their lives in the fucking evening. I'm like depressed and want to fucking, you know, sleep in the evening. And some people I'm like a morning person. I'm like having the time of my life in the morning, and in the evening I'm depressed. Maybe not the time of my life. Maybe that's an overstatement, but like I'm happy in the morning. I'm not really sad. Tiger says it makes sense. It makes sense. Yeah. All right. I guess I could wrap this up. I guess I'll listen to some modern pop music. Listen to some Sabrina Carpenter, Olivia Rodrigo, and so on. What kind of music do you like to listen to? Somebody says listen to Taylor Swift too. Yeah, that's a good one too. Yeah, listen. Yeah, when you run at the gym, listen to Olivia Rodrigo and Sabrina Carpenter, and tell yourself you got to be nice and thin. You got to be nice and sexy like Sabrina Carpenter and Olivia Rodrigo. Work out. Let their music motivate you. Let their music pump you up and run so you get nice and skinny like them. Yeah, man. All right. On that note, anybody have any last comments, questions, or so on? Tiger, what kind of music do you like? What kind of music do you listen to? Taylor Swift? You like Taylor Swift, Tiger? All right, guys. I guess that about does it. Peace out, my impatiens. Adios, amigos and amigas. Have a good night.